clouds mingle with high winds and twirl around, sweeping everything in its path. America, never was I proud of you, my country, with your many shameful acts, your lynching, your sadistic control beyond reason, your inequality in religion and race, your double standards in freedom of speech. America, every tree that grew on your land was watered from evaporated tears, and your eagles that soar high in the sky, resting on your magnificent mountains, mumbled words of disappointment and bury their faces from disgrace. And your stars that are embedded on your flag march with no dignity at night. America, you have done so much injustice in your land, uncivilized acts of discrimination, targeting Muslims, treating them in such inhumane ways, as if you swore on equality we stand. The abuse of your power has gone too far. Innocent young Muslims lie all day staring at the ceiling in a 6-by-9 foot cell. I die a trillion times at night. My soul rises from grief to be returned in the morning, sin and shock. What America, my own country, has done to my innocent son and a million more. Okay, this is my son. This is my son Laila Yaghi and his friend Omar. Okay, we're Palestinian Americans, and my dad, came from Palestine, and my son's father is also Palestinian, and I grew up in Jordan, and so my son, we have aunts, uncles, grandparents over there, his grandparents over there. So he wanted to go meet his grandparents and see the rest of his family. And the tradition with the Yaghi family, we go back and forth to the United States, to Jordan, back and forth. But I don't get along with my dad, so I'm the only one who stays in the United States and over there. So, but my son wanted to see the rest of the family. He was very curious. And our tradition also, we get married when we were very young. I got married when I was 18, and my son wanted to get married when he was 18. So he went over there to look for a wife and also learn Arabic and, visit family members. The first time he went in 2006, okay, he went by himself. He didn't stay long. We were living in North Carolina. He went to Texas to live with his uncles. He stayed there for a year and then came back. And he knew a guy, his name is Boyd. He's a white American Muslim who was talking against the war in Afghanistan and Iraq. Okay? So he knew him not more than a month, okay? And the time he spent with him was probably 24 hours total, not much. He came back. Of course, he went there to wait. He came back, didn't do anything over there wrong or illegal. Came back, stayed another year with me, and then he and his friend decided that they want to go back to Jordan, and then from Jordan go to Egypt, because that's where his friend is from. So nothing wrong happened again. They didn't harm anybody. Nothing illegal happened. And after they came back, and they were 19 on this trip, and you could see the beach in the background, okay, in Egypt. And after they came back, 2 years and a half after them coming back, the FBI decided that they want to convict them on material support and conspiracy. Conspiracy to kill and maim people abroad. Okay? And these are innocent kids playing. You see how they're playing, And nothing of that was on their mind. Okay?
Was there an election year when that happened?
This is what I want to tell you. Every time there's an election, now Barack Obama has that thing, that commercial where he killed Osama, and the General Attorney in Raleigh says that he took care of terrorists, okay? Oh, he wants an election right now. I don't know, he's running for the White House, president or something. So he said on his commercial that he took care of terrorists. So these are terrorists. They're the kids who are doing nothing, okay? So they kept him in solitary confinement for like about 2 years. They were denied a speedy trial. And then after they kept the ringleader, the one they called the ringleader, which was the one who was talking against the war and stuff like that. They had an informant on him, and they got him paid. They got him out of here. But my son wasn't on none of these tapes. They could not. All the money that they spent on informants, they had 3 informants. My son was on none of these tapes because he wasn't even around that guy Boyd anymore. After he came back from his trip, he just stayed away. They went and they kept after the father, Boyd, and his sons to take a plea deal. The father had like 14 charges under duress because he was in solitary confinement. I heard that he was handcuffed, and I heard that sometimes he couldn't even scrub his head. Okay? He decided, okay, he's going to take the plea deal so he could end the torture. So he had 14.
So that's a form of coercion.
Yes, he had 14 charges. 12 were dropped. He was left with 2. Okay? Because they couldn't get these 2 young men to lie, okay, against Boyd. Because they wanted to give them a plea deal for 10 years, and 3 years would be knocked, plus you serve 80% in federal jail. They refused to lie. So they got punished, especially my son. They kept coming after him, kept coming after him, kept coming after him. And he said, no, I'm not going to take the plea deal, and I'm not going to lie against other people. So then, guess what happened? They went to the ringleader, and they, ringleader, of course, and they somehow coerced him into pleading, and he pled guilty, and he testified against these 2 young men, okay? And there really wasn't much he could say. But everything at court was done. I mean, it was so biased. The way they picked the jury was so biased. They were, I'm sorry to say that, but they were all white people, most of them. There were only 2. One was African American, one was probably Hispanic. The Hispanic guy slept most of the trial. It was very boring because they kept running these tape recordings of what Boyd was saying that was so unclear. It was so unclear, nobody could hear, but yet the prosecutors took some papers, some transcripts, filled in what they wanted the jury to think that Boyd was saying, okay, so he would seem like he's a terrorist, okay, and handed it over to the jury, of course. And then while they're playing the tape recordings, they kept showing America versus Ziyad Yaghi, United States versus Ziyad Yaghi. So they kept saying that. They kept brainwashing the jury, okay? Then they brought in videotapes of people beheading other people. America, United States versus Ziyad Yaghi. Okay, then they brought a big, huge bunch of weapons. Okay, my son didn't touch any of these weapons, didn't have a weapon at home or anything, and they kept putting my son's picture up. Everything was done so biased. Then they said that the word beach was meant a code word for jihad. Marriage also was a code word for jihad, but yet in fact, my son's lawyer went to Jordan and he met with the bride's father because now she's married, and they had a conversation and he said yes, Ziyad was about to marry his daughter. Okay? So everything was sick and illegal, done. Now my son is in the SHU. They sent him to Coleman, Florida. They convicted him and he's serving 31.5 years for doing nothing. Nothing illegal took place. He did not harm anybody. Nothing wrong happened. So how can he be serving 31.5 years? Okay? What takes a mother, a single mother like me, to drive from North Carolina, okay, on a limited income? I had to take days off of my job. I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent next month. What takes me to drive throughout the night for 14 hours straight, okay, to talk about my son? So people will stand by me. Nobody's standing by me. Nobody's standing by me because people believe the media
and believe that there's terrorists. When you hear on TV that there's terrorists, they're lying to you, okay? There's no such thing as terrorists. They create them, okay? They create them.
You said that during the trial,
Uh-huh.
it wasn't understood well what was being said.
Yes, ma'am.
Did they not have a stenographer there?
No, nothing. It was so, I mean, look, yesterday it happened to be, or before yesterday, I don't have cable, so only like 2 of my channels work. And I was sitting down, and I was watching Dr. Phil, which I really don't like watching, but you know, sometimes I need some noise, okay, in the background, because I live alone, and if I keep thinking about my son, I'm gonna go crazy. So it was a little boy, he was 12 years old. He got convicted of killing his sister, even though there was proof that he did not do it. His DNA was not on any of his, like, on his sister's body and whatever equipment they used to. I think it was his mother who killed her, but I'm not, you know, I can't say, but you know, the proof is more on his mom. So they took the little boy, harassed him for 5 hours, and convinced him off tape what to say, and then they put the tape back on, and he said, yes, I killed my sister, to get out of it.
You say you didn't get along well with your father. Were you abused now?
My father,
Can we ask questions afterwards? Sorry.
but anyway, so what the police did for this young boy that I was watching is that they just need to convict somebody, because they need to put somebody in jail. And they make money off of that, and they don't care who they make money off. They don't care. They don't care. We're just a number to them. When they were talking about the jury, they numbered the jury. Number 1, number 2, as if we're not humans. We are the 99%ers. They are the 1%ers. Why should they be in control of us and mark us as numbers? Why should my son be in the shoe, in the special housing unit, losing his mind? He only gets 1 call per month, okay? And you know, it's only 15 minutes and it's interrupted so often that we lose what we're gonna say, okay? His letters are getting shorter and shorter. It seems like he's only allowed to write me either once a week or once every 2 weeks. So I could tell he's not doing mentally good. Research the shoe. They put everything in red. Everything is red, and it's underground, okay? And it's designed to make you lose your brain. And they are doing it to my son because they are mad at him because he did not take the plea deal and because he did not lie against somebody that he didn't even know what they wanted him to say. And he kept telling me, I don't know what they want from me. I don't know what they want me to say against this guy. And then at the end, okay, the judge and the prosecutor say, well, we don't know. I mean, Ziyad never said that he's innocent. Okay, and I told her in a letter, go ahead and reverse the tape recorders, and you will hear him saying so many times, I don't even know why I'm here. But
Thank you.